If you've been informed by the government that some of your land in North Carolina will be used for an eminent domain easement, you have good reason to be concerned. Easements can have a dramatic negative impact on your property's value. In this video, I'll discuss the nature of an easement and the various ways it may impact your use of your property, and how an attorney helps you fight for everything you may be owed. What is an eminent domain easement? When the government takes a portion of your property for their project, they oftentimes will take it in the form of an easement. Eminent domain easements can be permanent or temporary, and they can serve a variety of functions. They run with the ownership of the land, meaning that they remain even if the ownership is transferred. If your land is burdened by an easement, you still own it, but the government can access portions of it and use it according to the easement rights acquired. There are different types of easements that may be placed on your land. They include, for example, utility easements, which are used for utilities such as electricity, gas, and water. They tend to be permanent. Drainage easements. These help manage the flow of water. They also tend to be permanent. Construction easements, which allow the government to use land for staging, storage, and access during a construction project. They tend to be temporary. What problems can easements create for you? Having an eminent domain easement on your land can create serious problems for you as a property owner, because they can drive your property values down through their negative impact on your ability to use your property the way you want to, and make your land less valuable and harder to sell in the long term. Generally, DOT's permanent easements allow DOT or their designee to access your property anytime and forever. And if you own a business, an easement can mean you're going to lose parking spaces or use of certain portions of your property, which can undermine your ability to fully utilize your property and maximize its profitability. You only have one opportunity to be paid when DOT takes an easement. That's why it's important to appreciate the impact that easement has on your property, and for you to fight for maximum compensation. Even an experienced business owner should seek the advice from a seasoned eminent domain attorney during these negotiations, because many of the negative impacts from these easements may not be readily apparent. Can you fight an easement? So long as an eminent domain easement is taken for a valid public project, you won't win a fight against DOT against the taking of that easement. You should focus on fighting for maximum compensation. How is compensation determined for an easement? When the government takes your land for an eminent domain easement, they're obligated to pay you fair compensation. But the amount is often disputed. The compensation is supposed to be based upon the land's fair market value, plus the impact that the easement may have on the remaining property. But first offers often fall short of what your land may really be worth, and may not take into account all of the impacts on your remaining land. So you'll have to fight for the full compensation you may deserve. Government appraisers are only human and may make mistakes. Don't agree to any settlement for the payment of an easement without consulting first with an experienced eminent domain attorney. We understand the frustration that can result from the government taking an eminent domain easement against your will. You deserve to be paid full compensation for any easement that DOT acquires. Before you accept the government's offer, call the North Carolina Eminent Domain Law Firm for a free case evaluation. Since the firm began, we've earned our clients, on average, nearly 3 times more than the initial offer from the government. So if you're facing the prospect of DOT taking an easement on your land, call us today. We're here to help.